Hello and welcome back to 2B2T. We are standing here at our farm, overseeing our kingdom. I love Distant Horizons. I mean, I probably don't have it completely set up right because, like, right now, obviously, even up close, you can kind of see that textures are a little grainy, and because of it. And I've been playing around with the settings. Obviously, out in the distance, that you know, it makes sense. I mean, like if I forgot what button I put on this. Like if I zoom in, obviously it's not loading all of the textures because it's just, it's rendering things from afar. That's what Distant Horizons does, and that's fine. But from a perspective, oh, okay, there it goes. But from a perspective of, I still have to turn it off, don't I put a bind on this, and now I can't. Now I can't scroll. I'm stuck. What did I put on the bind? Is it that one? That one. Okay, it's the plus. All right, cool. Plus for zoom. Makes sense. I knew it was something like that. Anyways, so as I was saying, obviously from a distance, it doesn't render details, but still it looks really cool that you can see that far. Anyways, off topic. We can see all the builds that are happening. The Grand Museum is looking big. That thing's going to be much bigger than anything I've built so far. So, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad LZ Go is really going for it there. But today we have a special project because we are going to start the beginning of something absolutely magnificent. And this is one of our mega builds. We're not going to finish it in this episode. So if you have expectations of that, then no, that's not going to happen. Anyways, I'm trying to determine a location, and I'm thinking right here is where I'll start building, on that island. So I'm going to zoom over here to town and get some scaffolding type blocks. I'll probably use dirt, but I don't know if I have enough dirt. We'll take a look. And then I'm going to outline the beginning of what we're going to be building. It's absolutely massive. So it'll take me a bit here, but we'll come back and we'll show the scaffolding, and then we have to go through and decide how we're going to start mapping it out and putting in the detail and all of that kind of stuff. That's my alt standing up there, don't worry. So let's see. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a start. I don't know if that's enough to even get close to doing one little piece of it, but we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna come over here. So this is gonna be a great big structure. Sorry, Kitty, can you lay down? I can't see where I'm flying. Come on, lay down, or I'm gonna have to move you. All right. I don't know exactly where to start. We'll be clearing all this out. Great. Not that I mind you. Of course. We don't. I can't see anything because of the cat. All right, Kitty, we're gonna come over here for a second, and I'm gonna move you. Down you go. There you go. All right. Hey, I can see that there's 3 zombies approaching. All right, cool. Husks, I should say. They're not exactly zombies. We're going to put this on so we have armor. I should light this place up, I guess, first. That should be the first task before it gets dark, right? All right, let's do that. There's probably a chest over here in this ruin, so let's put the dirt in the chest. And then I'm going to go get a bunch of torches, and we'll light this place up. Get rid of the friends, so that way you're persistent, you know. There we go. All right. Yeah. But be right back. All right, we are back. We have lit up this entire place and hopefully destroyed all of the mobs. We did find something we didn't expect. That. It won't affect our build, but might be able to use this to our advantage. This is a nice large cave, lots of diamond ores. That's cool. So this is kind of neat that we discovered this right here. I didn't even know this was here. So cool. Is this good? It's sandstone. It's not sand. Otherwise, it would drop all the way down. But yeah, big giant cavern here. Anything else that's great big and giant and secret? Doesn't look like it. There's some other caverns around, but the big one's just right here. Cool. Anyways, that means... Where's my stuff, Ilb? It's in this chest over here. Oh no, we missed a spider. Uh-oh. We might ruin our plans. We had to go mine some coal just to create all the torches. I was gonna say, oh, you know what? We can just burn wood for charcoal and have an unlimited supply because we have bamboo, but then it was like, I don't think you can use the bamboo blocks to get charcoal. So, unfortunate. All right, let's unload all the goodies here that we don't need on us because we just want our scaffolding blocks for right now. Got extra torches. Let's make sure we're stocked up there because we'll need those to torch our scaffolding. All right. Cool, we're good to go. So I'm going to start building the scaffold of just an outline of what we want to do. I got to figure out where to put everything. But the build is going to encompass all of this. It's going to be quite large. And hopefully it'll turn out really cool. Obviously, we're not going to do all of it right now because we don't even have near enough resources yet to do this. And I still want, for all of my big builds, I haven't done this in the city, but I do want an obsidian skeleton underneath so that eventually, hopefully not, but if the thing gets destroyed, you'd still be able to tell what it was. So anyways, I will map a few things out and then we will be back. Hello, we are back. We are placing blocks. Yeah, we're gonna have to go get lots and lots and lots of dirt just to make the skeleton of this thing. We started down there. You can see what we're doing here. We're going up, then, and we've got a block. That is not world height, by the way. We still have another 70 blocks on top of that. But that's gonna be the centerpiece top. But this is how big this is. So, I mean, we gotta do this from that corner. We already started that first level all the way out, so it's probably going to be somewhere over there where my cursor is. And then of course that side is going to be somewhere out in the ocean. That one's going to be somewhere over by that small little island there. So yep, this is the structure. So it's kind of like I don't want to call it a pyramid, but I mean it does have that general shape. But I am building a super futuristic monument that will have this main structure with all kinds of stuff inside. It'll have towers going out on the outside at various places. They'll be somewhat industrial in that, you know, there'll be giant piping, stuff like that that you'll see. You'll also, you know, it'll be lit up quite well. It'll look like, you know, either it's not going to be touching the ground. It's actually going to be floating above the ground. So it's almost kind of like, is it a ship? Is it something else? What is it? Type of thing. There'll be forests on it and landscapes inside. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that I'm going to do with this. And I'm right now, of course, I'm building this scaffolding out of dirt just to make sure I get the shape, because as I mentioned, I'm going to build the skeleton out of obsidian. So you can see, I'm going to need a poop ton of obsidian. I have a lot in the form of ender chests, but I don't know if I have enough. So, it's either I'll be mining obsidian or I'll be begging people on the server of, hey, who has lots of obsidian that they want to trade rockets for, or totems, or sets, or whatever. I mean, if I have to make sets, I'll make sets, kits, or whatever, so that I can get obsidian. And of course, maybe other people will donate. I had some donations previously already, so I really appreciate that. But so I'm going to build the skeleton, and then I'm going to place obsidian on top of the skeleton, so that I know that, okay, that'll be the basic shape. You'll see the obsidian in the whole shape of the thing. And there'll be more obsidian added to give it more structure in places. Are we aligned yet? This is the hardest part, is going through here and looking and saying, are we there? I think we're here. So that means I can do this, that. All right, before we build up, let's put some torches down, because that's the other thing I don't want to happen, is mobs to get in the way of my creativity. I mean, we lit up the entire island, which was good, but we're lighting up the structure as we go too, to make sure we don't get any mob spawns. That'd be the last thing I need, right? My kit is pretty good. I mean, I've fallen from some pretty high heights and survived with, still half my hearts. I don't know if, like, a fall from right here, if I would be able to survive that. I think that's a little too high. But I have fallen pretty far before and been okay. I mean, of course, got feather falling 3, or whatever the max is. What is the max? 3 or 4? 4. Feather falling 4 on, which does a really good job. Am I in the middle? Pretty sure. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we should be able to just come up. We'll find out if we got this right. The first one I didn't, that one there, I was off by 1 block. But now that we have that one built, it kind of acts as a guide. So we should be okay. This is where, creative mode would be great. So I don't have to crouch and place blocks and whatnot to try to get what I need built. Oh no, the cloud! It's gonna get us! We're above the clouds, finally. Hey, look at that, we did it right. Cool. Not that I need those extra blocks like that, but it gives us working room. Alright, cool. Well, that gets 2 levels here. Now I want to go down. Before I start going all the way around, I'm trying to do just one side all the way down so that I can kind of see the difference. So each of the climbs there is 15 blocks high, and then the straights are 10. And it's not that this will be the edge of the structure. There'll be more that comes out from it. But this is just where the skeleton is going to be for the obsidian. And so that's where I wanted to start first, is get the scaffolding in place so I kind of know where everything is, and then go from there to build the rest. All right. Definitely going to need lots more dirt blocks. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll just have to find a place to mine them up. All right. So let me see. I need to go twice as far. So, I mean, the top one there is 100 blocks from that point, from point to point. So this is 15 blocks more, 15 blocks more, 15 and 15. So that I should be 160 blocks this direction. So that's, almost 3 stacks of blocks, 2.5 stacks, basically, that I need to go to get to the right point if I want to do my math and pull up chords and do my addition and stuff. So, anyways, so I'm going to keep working on this. Goal is to complete the dirt scaffolding of these rings at least. That is my goal for right now. And then later I'll come back and start working on the obsidian skeleton that'll go above it. And once that's in place, then I can slowly work on details bit by bit by bit of, the parts that we're going to build out. So I will keep going, and we'll see you when we have the dirt scaffolding done. All right, we are back after exhausting tons and tons of dirt. We have completed the scaffolding. My goodness, that was quite the job. This thing is quite large. This is just the very beginning of putting all of this together. It's going to look really good once it's done. Obviously, right now it's just this dirt outline of a pyramid-like type shape with different levels and whatnot. But no, it's going to be very intricate, very well designed. I've got a lot to do. This is what we want a lot of deep slate for. The hard part of this will be, as I build it up, making sure that it is mob proof. That's going to be difficult. It just means that we'll have to either slab or pressure plate all the important flat areas where something might be able to spawn, or of course light it up, obviously. So we will work on that. Our next step our next step for this would be to lay out obsidian on the dirt. Everywhere you see dirt, except for a couple of blocks that are misplaced, like these extra ones on the end and whatnot. But everywhere you see dirt will be an obsidian block, and that will be the skeleton of the structure, so that even if a lot of it gets destroyed in the future, you'd still be able to tell that, hey, there was something massive here. There'll be more obsidian than just what is here. There'll be enough that it makes a pretty neat structure in itself. But of course, we're going to be overlaying it with a lot of other materials. And of course, the entire inside will be built as well. So it will not touch the ground. I know that pillar right there is touching the ground, but it will be floating above the ground, and there will be these giant engines for that'll be pointing down with blue flame coming down underneath that make it look like it's holding it up, like it's hovering above the surface here. So that'll be cool. And where there's ground and stuff, I mean, this is kind of a good example. Imagine if there was an engine right there pointing down. We'll change this, but it'll look like it's melting the ground and heating it up and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. And same thing, if the engine is over water, we'll put in a bunch of campfires, so that there's a bunch of smoke coming up that make it look like the water is hot and bubbling and steaming. So, we'll figure it all out. It's going to be pretty neat. A lot to do. Obviously, this is just the skeleton. This took me a couple hours to lay out, of just grinding away with holding the shift key down. My finger is quite sore. I know that supposedly, I haven't tried it, but maybe you can use like what is it? If I can find it. I thought there was like a no, sneaks for you to where it'll hold it down, or safe walk. I haven't tried these. I'll have to try them, see if they work. So, because if they do, maybe I can toggle it and then I don't have to hold shift key down. I'm just moving around and doing stuff. That would be interesting to do. I'll have to figure that out. Anyways, I am going to do a different project for the next video, just a small project. And then I'll lay out obsidian as well. And then we'll start, slowly doing details and stuff. Looks like the distant horizons is taking a moment to update stuff. The build here on the museum is coming along nicely. Cool. Well, anyways, we shall see you next time. Take care.